Can I build a team so dominant that they become the first to go 20-0 in NFL history? So for this challenge, we're going to be using the Baltimore Ravens since it's one of Madden 26's favorite teams in simulation. And you best believe we're going to be using every exploit possible to build the best team possible to see if 20-0 is actually possible, no matter how long it takes. I mean, obviously with the Ravens here, we start with a pretty good base. I mean, we start off as an 88 overall with an 89 offense and 87 defense. I feel if we can get these overalls into like the mid-90s, we might be on to something at that point. Now, obviously, there still are some positions that desperately need to be upgraded for this challenge to be possible, specifically some of the offensive line. Andrew Voorhees, gotta go. Daniel, gotta go. Roger Rosengarten, gotta go. Not at all saying these players are bad in real life, just in this Madden simulation, man, trying to go 20-0, we need the highest overall offensive lineman possible. Same thing at wide receivers. Zay Flowers is great. He can stay. But I do feel like by the end of the day, we need to add one, maybe two superstar receivers in the 90s to give us our best shot possible at completing this challenge. Obviously, Lamar can stay. Derrick Henry can stay, so at least we don't have to worry about those two positions. Now, on defense, also a few positions that we do desperately need to upgrade, specifically will linebacker. But again, the Ravens defense is a very, very good base. Maybe even free safety we need to upgrade. Again, Washington, Malachi Starks, great young promising players. But for this challenge, we need guys that can dominate now. And there's other things I have to balance within this challenge, like do I start the higher rated veteran Kyle Van Noy, or do I go ahead and let the youngster Mike Green start and possibly develop into a higher overall than Kyle? So many decisions to make, boys. So many tough decisions. Now, if you're wondering how going 20-0 is even physically possible, it's as simple as finishing the regular season 17-0 and then going undefeated in the playoffs. But fellas, on to exploit number 1, where we head into free agency and we sign as much talent as physically possible. We do have to adhere to the salary cap, so we're not going to be able to afford everybody, but I want to bring in as much talent as possible to be able to trade away and acquire as much talent as physically possible. But first things first, my friends, as we wait 15 seconds for his profile to load, Big Boy is going to be our first signing of the day, which is unfortunately only going to leave us with $5.27 million. Best believe I'll take it though, which I don't know Kendall Fuller. We can afford him, which is going to be the only free agent we can sign right now. We're gonna have to do things in stages here, boys. I'm gonna come for you guys a little bit later. Pause. Wanted to see who has our biggest salary caps of the 2025 season. So who could be a cap casualty? Like maybe we could get rid of Mark Andrews, free up $16.9 million, and maybe even get a higher rated tight end. Possibly could upgrade from a Dafe, would save us 13 mil. Roderick Washington would save 4.6. So let's do this. Let's start making some trades. Also try to bring in some draft picks. Also at the same time, try to save some salary cap. As mentioned, first cap casualty, Broderick Washington. Also go ahead and get rid of Daniel. So it looks like if we're able to ship on these 3 players, it will save us about $6 million. But do we have any takers? So unfortunately, it looks like not a singular team is interested in any of these guys. There's always the get offers button. Okay, the only offer we have is from the Chargers for Jalen Reagor, by the way. So we might have to do a little bit of manual business. Promise you guys, this video is going to end up being about milking the most amount of value out of every single deal physically possible. So we have to be patient today. Maybe we can finesse the Detroit Lions since they need a right guard and D tackle. So obviously, I'm not expecting way too much in return for what's essentially just a salary dump. And again, this isn't meant to be realistic. We're using everything in our favor possible to make history. But can we get a third? No, but we're getting somewhere. I mean, I wouldn't even mind just a simple little trade up. And with that, we acquire ourselves another 3rd round pick, which hopefully we can use in a big trade later, which unfortunately, that did not free as much money up as I thought. It's fine because this roster has a lot of trimming to go. No big deal, just the Bears giving us a free 4th round pick for 3 players that were going to be cut anyway. Another pretty big deal as we get a 3rd and 6th round selection from the Green Bay Packers for, again, 3 players that weren't going to start for us. We also had to swap a 5th. And remember, every single draft pick that we acquire today is going to come up huge later. I'm confused, though, because we literally lost money in the cap room. I definitely think it's something to do with the penalties here. I got to make sure I'm not being way too crazy and trading away players that are going to give us huge penalties. It's definitely the savings that I need to be looking at here. As mentioned, Kyle Van Noy is a big one, but you know what, boys? I think I'll worry about trading him a little bit later. First thing I want to do to save up some cap space is possibly just go ahead and trade away Christian Wilkins. I know we just got him, but I feel like we can get somebody in return that can help our team now that doesn't cost so much. Specifically, I'm going to be targeting right guard and right tackle here. Quinn Miners from the Denver Broncos. Is this even possible? No. And preferably, I want to target somebody that's not worth way too much money. I want to try to save some salary cap in this trade. What about Spencer Brown from the Buffalo Bills for starters? And on top of that, see if we can fill another position. Not really looking good on the other position front, but maybe in this deal, I could squeeze out a draft pick. I feel like we might be able to get a first out of this too, with Christian Wilkins being so high rated. So let's try a first, a second, and maybe even a first next year. So we'd be massively improving our right tackle position while also picking up some very, very big trades while also saving some cap room. You know what, for the heck of it, throw in another first. I have no idea if this is going to be accepted, and it is not, which is fair. So we take out these picks one by one. It's in the orange, it's in the green. Maybe we throw in some of these late round picks and see if that's enough. Not quite. Got the deal over the line, boys. It took another player and a 4th round pick, but we get Spencer Brown, a 1st, 3rd, and 7th from 2028. We already got the offensive line looking a little bit better. Now, I suppose the next bit of business to go ahead and save some money now is trade away the other free agent that we went and signed in Kendall Fuller. Even though he's only at 84 rated and a little bit older, I think there are going to be a few teams that are interested in him, like the Chargers, like the Cardinals. We definitely need to pick a team that has interest so we can get the most value in return possible. Any of these teams have a good right guard? The 49ers and Dominique Pooney. Wouldn't be the most insane upgrade at an 83 overall, but he's definitely better than we have currently. Don't know if this trade would be accepted straight up, so just for the heck of it, I want to see if I can get something else in terms of value. Again, I have absolutely no idea if this is going to be accepted straight up. Literally anybody right now. Kendall Fuller for Pooney, Kevin Givens, submit it through, and the trade isn't even close. So I'm assuming just for Dominique himself, it's not even halfway, man. So is like this worth trading away like a 2nd round pick for? Like, do I start with a 3rd and just see what it looks like? In the orange, how about if I throw in a 2nd? Is this worth it for an 83 rated right guard? Let's try it. It's in the green. Still not even accepted. Let's keep looking and see if we can get more bang for our buck here. Unless we get Kevin Zeitler here as like a 1-year rental. Don't know if my Titans would even come close to biting. No, it's halfway. I mean, is this where I just try a draft pick and see what it looks like? Yes, not even close. Not even worth bothering. Right guard is a tough position, I tell ya. Maybe Mekhi Becton, 81 overall, is our best bet from the Chargers since they are interested. Trade is close, and I'd also thrown in a 3rd round pick. So if we go with maybe a 5th and 6th round selection, are we about to land Mekhi Becton? No. Okay, so what about just for Mekhi Becton straight up? With that, boys, it might not be the prettiest trade in the world, but we have ourselves a massive upgrade at the right guard position. Something very important that I also want to point out, just because we're trading for these two guys now, doesn't mean that's who's going to end up starting for us by the start of the season. Let's focus on left guard first. Probably Juwan Bentley, the next best free agent that we probably could trade away for something. Or maybe I could trade away Justin Simmons at the same time. Maybe go ahead and package them together. Please tell me there's some interest across the league, and good. I mean, I guess we could get Joel Bitonio on a 1-year deal, but I want somebody a little bit better, so I'll come back to him. I think I found our guy. Tyler Smith is the perfect fit for what we want. They don't want Justin Simmons, though. I wonder if there's a free agent that fit these team needs that we possibly could sign that they actually are interested in, and at that point we could see the deal through. I do need to get rid of some fodder though first. So we just saved a ton of money and also got a free early 3rd round pick from the Jags for this. Now maybe we can afford a Stephon Gilmore, maybe a Brandon Scherf. Actually, we can't. Oh wow, the Commanders just gave me a 3rd round pick for Keaton Mitchell. Now we can afford Stephon Gilmore. And maybe this can be enough to bring in Tyler Smith himself. He has a small salary cap hit. He'll be a huge upgrade for us. It's still decline, but maybe, just maybe, there's something else we can do. Now, these 3 players for Tyler Smith, Jerry, I know you want this one now. Trade, still decline, but I'm absolutely willing to throw in some draft picks now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thirds. So let's throw in 2 of them and see what Jerry says. Trade still declined, but I think it might only need 1 more. Surely this is enough, Jerry. Surely. Let's go. So we just acquired our highest rated player yet, and I promise you boys, we're just getting started. Now, I really do think the biggest problem that we're going to end up facing in this video is the salary cap situation. I'm telling you, there's some weird glitch in the game where you trade away players on 1-year deals, and sometimes it doesn't save you money like you're supposed to. But I think what I'm going to do now is just take my time and trim the roster as much as physically possible to save as much money as physically possible. possible, and at the same time, probably acquire some crappy draft picks in return. Although for this, we did just get a 3rd round pick from the Bucks, and for this, somehow a 5th round pick from the Eagles, dumped 3 more players for a 5th from Washington, and then another 5th round pick from the Steelers. While we also find a few contracts that we can restructure like Spencer Brown's here, which will free up $4.32 million this year. Oh, and this Roquan Smith restructure is a big one. And after a few more, we're now up to $51.1 million in available cap room. Now, moving a ton of that money to next season's salary cap could end up screwing us, but the goal is not to make it to next season. So now we should have the freedom to go sign all of these free agents, or at least everyone that I want to, then go ship them on for more draft picks, which is going to take me a freaking hour. So finally ran out of money, but I think we got some pretty good trade bait. What in the world can we get from the Saints here, since they're the only team in the NFL interested in Rasul Douglas? Is this where we bring in our new free safety? Because we do need an upgrade there. I guess I'll just try it straight up, and it's close. Didn't get all those draft picks for nothing, boys. We'll try the 69th overall pick. Hopefully, that's a good omen. Trade still declined, but we can work with this. How about 2 of those 5ths? Still declined. What about the 4th instead? Saints playing hardball right now. Just give me our new free safety. 2/3 added into the deal. Jesus! Doing our earlier 3rd and our 4th. Submit it through. Justin Reed is finally ours. And with that improvement, that brings the squad up to a 91 overall with a 93 offense and 89 defense. And as I said, boys, we are just getting started. Like, I didn't sign all these players for nothing. And that move did free up our Darius Washington here, so maybe we can trade him away. The draft the rip dude got some pretty good offers. So what can I get for this package? I mean, dude, we got offered Jerry freaking Judy. What in the world? Now I'm wondering, do I just accept this and then maybe trade away Judy away for something else if I don't want him? Because, like, that's a pretty big difference in terms of value. Like, yeah, 85 rated Calais Campbell, but he's a freaking grandpa. That deal was just so much better than the other ones that we were offered. Fellas, the greatest time of the year is finally here. The NFL is officially back. Got the MLB playoffs right around the corner. Also, the NBA season is creeping right up on us, which is exactly why I'm here to tell you about my special hookup with today's sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the planet's #1 rated ticketing app with over 28 million downloads, and a big reason why is they have over 70,000 different events listed on the app: sports, concerts, festivals, and more. I think you guys know by now that SeatGeek is my absolute favorite, and as you can see by the receipts that I have used SeatGeek for every single sporting event that I have attended since 2019. Not to mention that SeatGeek is super simple to use, as every single ticket listed on their platform is rated on a scale from 1 to 10, so you know exactly when you're getting a good deal. This is important. Make sure you're always looking for the green dots, as green means good and red means bad. You guys already know I have this special hookup for you, as you can use my promo code RBT10 to get 10% off your next tickets at SeatGeek. Again, that's 10% off any tickets at SeatGeek with my promo code RBT10. Actually, boys, what I'm about to do here is get the highest rated Sam linebacker in the entire game, because God knows we need it. Let's go, dude. He doesn't show up in the lineup for some reason, but what he does do is bring this defense up to almost a 90. Maybe now we try to bring in better edge rushers. What are the odds we could land Alex Highsmith here? Very slim. What about an older fella like Danielle Hunter? Even worse. I might not be able to upgrade as much as I anticipated. What about Trey Hendrickson? Like, he wants to trade anyway. A little bit closer. About Josh Sweat. I feel like this is a little bit more doable. Still declines. So maybe we actually go back to Trey Hendrickson and maybe throw in a draft pick. Like, is this where I could get away with a 2nd and a couple of 3rds without having to use our 1st yet? No. So unfortunately, I do feel like it's going to take a 1st. Still not enough. So maybe we do move back to Joshua. What about a 3rd added in? It's in the orange. 2 3s and a 5 on top of these players. It is still declined. I mean, is there a better option that I'm missing? Brian Burns? Like, surely no. I can't afford it. I think I might have to do it. Although it's not that big of an upgrade, I think I might have to part ways with my first round pick. Unless we can go ahead and throw in like a future 2nd round pick, and that's enough. Don't make me part ways with my first round pick. Arizona trade was accepted. And now I feel like I probably could have got it for less. We take the huge upgrade. That now makes Adafe expendable. There's going to be a bunch of teams interested in him. So Jonathan Grenard seems like the most likely realistic candidate. It's only a 3 overall upgrade, but I think this will be worth it. Every little bit counts right now as we're trying to make history. How about all of these remaining 5th round selections submitted through, and we have ourselves our new edge? I'm confused, boys, because how did the defense go down? I don't care what the overall says. Defense looks phenomenal. Do want to upgrade a Will here, though, because I feel like we can do much better. Zach Bond from the Eagles. Is this a possibility? Maybe not. Although I would 100% be willing to throw in one of our first round selections, because Will is our biggest position of need right now. First from 2026, and it is in the green. Do I grind this one out, boys? That is the question. He's definitely the best option. I feel like we gotta do it. He's the highest rated Will in the entire game, so we might as well try to add the best player at his position, especially when we're trying to go 20-0. This is probably gonna take a 20-27 second, and hopefully that's it. Hopefully that's enough. Not quite. Unfortunately, at that point, I don't know if we're going to have enough. Trade is declined, but what we can do from here, which should be enough, is take out Zach Moss from the deal and up by 1 overall Justice Hill. Submit him through. Trade was accepted. We now have the highest overall Will linebacker on our super team defense, which does bring the overall back up to 91 with an 89 defense still. We got to at least get that to 90. But what we still can do at this point in time is go and upgrade at the wide receiver position. Might just go ahead and use D-Hop in a trade. Try to get somebody like 89, 90 rated. I'm going to end up using the remaining of my first round picks on somebody. I'm literally going to sit here and offer this package for literally every single receiver until we get a superstar, which is not going to be Drake London, unfortunately. I'm not going to lie, I went and just offered this package to every receiver over 90 rated, and nobody even got remotely close to how close the Drake London trade was. So maybe this is something worth looking into. Maybe we offer 2 first to bring in a new #1 receiver. Like, maybe that would be worth it. I mean, preferably not. Preferably just our first and our second, and it's in the green still. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. Also offer a future 3, still declined. I don't want to use up everything here because we still have other positions that I do want to upgrade. What about Puka? It's in the green. We're about to bring Puka Nacua to the Baltimore Ravens. Oh my God. This room does not look too shabby, boys. Which, that brings the offense up to a 95. And as mentioned earlier, I do know we already just traded for Mekhi Becton, but I feel like we can do better. But first, I'm going to sit here and waste my life away and acquire as many free agents as possible, or maybe get a few more decent little draft picks. Bengals just gave me a 3rd for this garbage, which even crazier, we were able to flip this package into a 2nd round pick from the Jags. We got a 2nd from the Texans for this. What on planet Earth? I think we're about to pull it off again, boys, and I think I found out the perfect method, the absolute perfect method to get the highest draft picks possible. Hopefully I don't look like an idiot here. I mean, I am from Alabama. There it is, another 2nd round pick acquired. Let me show you guys the method I have found out to get the most value possible in every trade possible. Let's throw in DJ Chark here. Let's find another position, throw in David Andrews. Also throw in Jadeveon Clowney here. Click the get offers button and evaluate, which we only have 2 offers here. Pick the one which you know has more value in Madden, which in turn means this is the team that would give up the most for that given package. We can do better than this though. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns and see if we can muster out another 2nd round pick, which I don't think we'd be able to do so from any other team. It's really high 2nd round picks, so probably not. It is so close though. Hate that I have to give away a 4th. Maybe I can muster out a 5th from this year. No, 7s instead. That's insane. 1-7 though, as we once again acquire another 2nd round pick. Using this method, we just got 2 3rd rounders from the Broncos for this. This is when it gets tricky though. Honestly, we'd be lucky at this point just to get ourselves an extra 3rd round pick from anybody. Which, on cue, there you go. So I think it's safe to say that we just reloaded, boys. And as mentioned, I want to desperately improve this right guard position, hopefully up to like an 85 plus. I think we found our target, boys. Samuel Cosme from the Washington Commanders. Mekhi in a 2nd is close. Very, very close. We can throw in maybe 1/3 will be enough. Not quite. We're getting somewhere. Also could throw in a couple players like Tyshawn Gibson, Cameron Sutton. Trade was officially accepted. That's a 6 overall boost that we get at the right guard position. But now, can we get a right tackle in the 90s? Going to search far and wide, boys. Far and wide. I feel like the only realistic candidate is Deion Dawkins from the Bills, who we can convert from left to right tackle. because this trade straight up is about halfway to being accepted. So with that, dude, a 6 overall boost at the right tackle position does lie in the hands of a few picks. How about just 1 second? Where does that lie? Very, very close. Maybe a 3rd and the 2 7ths that I have. Is that enough? Oh my god, we have our new right tackle, which does increase the overall up to a 92 with a 96 offense. We just gotta find a way to improve this defense and get it up to a 90. And call me crazy, but this is a trade that I want desperately. Mark Andrews is on an expiring contract. Trey will be on the team for the next 4 years if we need him to be. And as you see, it is not that far from being accepted. Trey's just gonna continue to go up in overall. Mark Andrews is gonna go down. But even though this is gonna take a pretty little penny and a valuable asset, I feel like it'll be worth it. Let's just try to get away with a 3rd round pick for now. In the yellow, how about our late 2nd instead? It's in the yellow as well. Why don't we just go ahead and do it, dude? Why don't we just go ahead and throw in the higher rated 2nd round selection? Oh, and it still declined. Maybe if we traded away Gabe Davis, he's not enough. And we're gonna have to do it. Another 3rd round pick from 2027. Gosh dang it, dude. The Cardinals are playing hardball. We are almost at the finish line, boys. One more player should be enough. Trey McBride is a Baltimore Raven, which actually saves us money. Don't go anywhere, boys. We still have plenty of draft picks to improve our team with, which I do want to see if we can improve upon Jonathan Grenard. Can we get like a 90 rated edge rusher? I really feel like that's the only thing this defense is missing. Ooh. Hold on a second. I feel like the trick is always trading for the other edge position if you're trying to upgrade both. Since you're trading a right edge for a right edge, you're not as interested, but since he's a left edge, they are interested. So maybe Josh Allen is actually the move here. Ooh, okay. 2nd rounder is not enough. So this is probably going to take one of our remaining 1st round picks. And at that point, I don't even think that's enough. So added 2 players off the streets, and wow. Somehow these guys pushed the deal over the line, and I'm not asking questions. So now can we use Josh Sweat to improve the other edge position? Maybe, just maybe. I don't know if I'll have enough though. I only have 1 1st round pick, and yeah, I think it's a GG. I literally can throw in everything I have left. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson is in the cards. Unless, what are the odds I could trade up this 2nd round pick into a 1st round pick? I told you boys, we are grinding things out as much as physically possible right now. Unfortunately, all we're able to do, boys, is trade up about 30 spots in the 2nd round. Finally, had another trade accepted. We traded away these scrubs and a 3rd from next year up to a this year's 2nd. Although, I don't know if we got enough to bring in Aiden Hutchinson. God, it is so close, dude. We only moved up like 15 picks, but technically we were able to trade into the 1st round again. And again, after a few more trades, we were able to move up into the 1st round, although be it just like 17 spots. Brother, that just took me like 30 minutes alone. That took me 30 minutes to get all these picks, and hope to God it was worth it. Oh God, brother, here goes nothing. Aiden Hutchinson is officially ours. So officially, with 0 draft picks remaining for the next 3 seasons, I think it's officially official that this is our team. Not a single weakness on the entire offense. And where do you see a weakness on defense? D-tackle 3? Which just took me 3.5 hours to do that, dude. So I'm hoping to God this is the team to get me to 20-0. We are up to a 93 overall with a 96 offense and 91 defense. Now, considering we don't have a draft pick for the next 3 seasons, and also considering we moved a ton of salary cap to next year, and when you look at the big name players we'd have to re-sign this offseason, if we don't go 20-0 this year, we are screwed. Oh God, dude, just please tell me the last 3 hours, 3.5 hours of my life wasn't for nothing. 17-0, I beg. If not, we have to go into a 2nd season. But before today's over with, I promise you, we're making NFL history. Oh, I'm sick. How in the world did we lose 2 games? We didn't even have the 1 seed. We've entered an alternate dimension, brother. We literally lost week 1 by a singular point, dude. I mean, we even went and beat teams like the Chiefs, man. And the other game we lost was to the Bengals by 4, so 2 losses by a combined 5 points keep us from completing the challenge season 1. And next season is going to be so tough with all these expiring contracts. A quarterback with 2 interceptions, a running back with 1,800 yards, 3 players with 10 plus sacks, somehow, someway lost 2 games. It doesn't even matter, you know, if we win the Super Bowl. It's pointless at this point. Actually, I'm going to be more salty than not not if we win it, because if we wouldn't have lost those games, that means we would have completed the challenge. Well, wouldn't have mattered anyways. That makes me feel a little bit better. Gosh, so what can we do to this team to go undefeated? Oh, wait, dude, no, you gotta be kidding me. Deion Dawkins retired? Like, brother, you were 31. I was about to say, dude, we actually had good news. Somehow, some way, we were able to lock down every player that we wanted to long-term contracts. But this kind of dampens the mood. I was wondering where this extra $31 million came from. Maybe we can actually spend some money in free agency. I just don't know if there's actually going to be any good players. Wait, why does it not let me sign free agents? We're in free agency. Brother, this is unbelievable. We have $30 million to spend. Now, it lets me click it. What in the world? All the best free agents are going to be gone. Joey Bosa, we could have signed Taylor. Wait, why does it say that we've offered them? I'm so confused. I am so confused. Maybe send out an offer to Trent Brown as well. Maybe we could land at least one of them. What's the decision, Taylor? Oh, well, he's got some other teams sending offers. And at least we did get Trent Brown and Jack Gibbons. Where in the world did this come from? But unfortunately, that leaves us with zero money. And with us not having a draft pick for the next 3 years, I guess we can just go ahead and simulate the start of next season, and at that point, hopefully make some more trades. Because now, my friends, we should have a fresh set of draft picks from 2029. It's probably not going to get us too much because it's picks 3 years down the line at this point, but it's something that we can trade away. And all I really even want to do at this point is try to upgrade at right tackle. And maybe I could use Trent Simpson to do so. Well, safe to say we're not getting Penei Sewell. Whoa. Okay. I feel like I could have got Joe Alt for a lot less than that. Now I feel like I screwed up. Now I feel like I overpaid. I didn't think that was going to go through. It's a young right tackle, but gosh dang it, man. I wish I was a little bit more conservative there. I mean, even though he's not as high as rated as what I wanted to, he's a superstar, so he should progress a lot. I mean, dude, the team's up to a 94th and 96 offense, 92 defense. We're absolutely the best team in the league. Like, we should be going undefeated. Oh, God. What could I do with another round of free agents? Okay, so with pretty much everything else that we had left, we do bring in Jordan Davis as a backup D tackle. And the only other position I feel like I could make any better is maybe wide receiver 3. Like, maybe improve upon Rashad Bateman up to like an 85 rated receiver. Well, I forgot this is all I had right here to upgrade them with. I feel like we can do this, but it's going to take a little bit more grinding. The Jags just gave me a 3rd and 4th round pick for a guy they could have signed at a free agency themselves. Chargers also slide over a 3rd. So now, do we have enough to bring in DJ Moore as our wide receiver number 3? We have 2 thirds and a 4th. Is this enough? Not quite. Nothing another free agent can't fix. Larry and his buddies got me another 3rd. Okay, that one was accepted. Now we do need some quality backups. Kirk Cousins, a solid backup quarterback. We'll bring Justice Hill back to Baltimore to be a part of the first ever 20-0 run in NFL history. Oh, brother, I beg. I absolutely beg. This team is the one. Here goes nothing, brother. Here goes nothing. If we fail again this season and have to go into a season number 3, I'm telling you, as we kick the salary cap can down the road continuously, this challenge is going to get to the point where it is impossible, and we're going to lose half our freaking players. So can we just please reach our potential this season, go 17-0, then go on a playoff run to officially finally finish the season 20-0? Oh, come on. We were so close last year. Let's freaking go, brother. Oh, I was so scared. I was so scared. The Chargers fall off is great to see. Oh, we had some close games, dude. But at the end of the day, who the frick cares when you end up with a goose egg in the loss column? Why is it saying the playoff bracket's empty? Where are the wild card games? I guess we can try again next week. There we go. Playing the Jags. But there is still no playoff bracket. Dumb game. Alas, it loaded. With the Jags being one of the 2 teams that almost beat us in the regular season, there's no guarantee that we successfully complete a Super Bowl run here. And here we have it, boys, for dramatic effect, to advance in the conference championship game and to advance to 18-0 on the season. Fast start. Offense isn't looking too good. Show why you went 17-0, brother. Gotta show the Jags that we're better than this. It wasn't by much, 14-9, but we're moving on. 18-0 achieved. I was automatically advancing. Oh, of course. Against the last year's 16-1 Chargers. We're good. We stole their left tackle from them. I mean, look at the overall difference. Like, we got this. And if we do so win this, it means we officially advance into the Super Bowl with the chance to become the first team to ever finish 20-0. For dramatic effect again. Calm down, Lamar. Like, save some of that stamina, brother. Oh, please. Don't be as close as last game. That was a little bit too much on the cortisol level. 7-0. Come on. 10-0. defense playing sound, pristine football. I say that, they score immediately. Oh God, 17-7. Hold 'em, blowout alert. 31-7, 19-0 confirmed. It all comes down to this. Which that Super Bowl is going to be against, of course, the team that beat us last year. So in our quest of 20-0, we're also at the same time trying to keep the Eagles from three-peating. Technically, we're trying to go 23-0 if you count the preseason. Man, we can't get this close. We can't get this close to NFL history only to lose. We go in as a 7 overall favorite, and you know what, boys? We're just going to skip straight through for the challenge to become the first NFL team in history to finish 20-0. It all comes down to this. Oh, why does this sim take so long, dude? If we have to make it to another season, dude, it's probably a GG. We're gonna lose so many players. Oh my God, dude, by the skin of our freaking shafts, 28-24, we officially become the first NFL team in history to finish 20-0. Now, hopefully you enjoyed us making NFL history, and if you did, click right here to watch another team builder where I create the most insane team in NFL history.